Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Heather and you are watching episode 7 of BS Builds. This video is almost an hour long, so I will be talking just like this the whole time. Just kidding. I don't think I could ever in a million years do that. I also don't think I'll be able to talk for 50 minutes, which is how long this video is, but bear with me. Today we are building a beachy, breezy, beautiful house on the island of Sulani on a beach. They are gonna be huts, or I don't know, just kind of dock housing. And I just kind of imagined it was originally a dock or a resort or something that was run down, and this wonderful woman bought it and remade everything. And so here we are creating our human form, and she is a mermaid, so we also create her mermaid form as well. But I wanted to give her a real island feel, and I wanted to make her human form a very stark contrast to her mermaid form. I really wanted her mermaid form to look very vicious and just total opposite of her personality, which you'll see in a minute. I think I give her the good trait. But I just wanted to give a shout out to the EA game makers and sim gurus because this pack is phenomenal. I know there's been a lot of talk about how people don't like it for one reason or another. I really like it. I think it's really cool that you can interact with dolphins and go deep sea diving and snorkeling and swimming, and you can be a dolphin, you can make friends with dolphins, you can interact with the island elementals, which essentially are just ghosts. You can clean up the beach, you can make a home, you can, I mean, it's just amazing. So here we are in our mermaid form. I do make her skin and hair and eye color completely different. I give her some scars. I just wanted her to look real vicious, even though she's a good person and a good mermaid. But I think she's beautiful in the end. So I really enjoyed making her. I almost gave her some vampire teeth, but then I settled on the game pack, the Island Adventure game pack teeth, and gave her some scarring. And those vampire scars go really well if you want to make a vicious looking mermaid. So that's really cool. So we named her London Little, and we gave her the location aspiration, good trait, a child of the island trait, and then I think we give her the dog lover trait, but then I didn't give her a dog. So I cut a little bit out. We don't settle with this shape quite yet. But here we are jumping in. I was playing with the multi-level kind of feel with the stairs and everything, because I had just learned how to do that without making like first story, second story, third story. I was just playing around with the foundations and all that. So here's our basic shape for the first, I don't know what you call it, deck, I don't know. And this is going to end up being her bedroom. And I really enjoyed decorating this too. I just wanted to make it very open to the air, really breezy, as the title says. She's a mermaid. She wants to be out in the open. She wants to breathe in the sea air, I can imagine, and she wants to be able to access the ocean from anywhere on her property. So I feel like that's why she chose this and not repurposed, but I don't know, rebuilt everything kind of where it stood. I don't know. I try to come up with a storyline. We don't keep those doors there. I didn't like that. I didn't like her having doors on anything except for the bathroom, so we ended up taking those out, but I don't know, we change a lot in the end, honestly. I end up taking off all of the fencing except I think on that really tall piece right there, because if you fall from that onto the beach then you will probably die. But I had started taking screenshots with all the fencing around the deck and everything, and I did not like the way it looked. And so I ended up just taking it all off, and I imagine since she's a mermaid, she'd probably just want to live in a place without, you know, deck railings anyway, because she'll just want to jump right in. So, and then we go with a kind of rounded, semi-rounded, thatched, or, yeah, is that? I don't know, whatever, roof, to go with the island feel. And I'm trying to choose a flooring here, and I couldn't really figure out what I wanted to do. And so for the bedroom, I actually went with the lava flooring, and then the rest of the decking, I went with the dark wood, but I actually changed that in the end, and I can't remember what I changed it to, but we'll find out. And I actually get rid of a lot of that decking too, leading up to the dock, just because it was unnecessary, and it takes your sim forever to get anywhere, and it was obnoxious. And I really love these drapes. I wanted to go light and with cool colors for the decorations and the furniture, because the wood was so warm, and the siding as well was so warm, that I wanted to go cooler with the flooring and the decorations. So your sim can actually walk around those walls there, and I actually get rid of them, but I do put something else in there, and I play tested it. Your sim can walk around that, no problem. And I just really liked the way it looked right there too, with the curtain draping over it, and you can kind of see through it, and it's welcoming people into her home. And I don't know, I just really enjoyed the look of that. And so here we are, kind of trying to figure out the bedroom. I do lay a carpet down, which I tend not to do usually, because what's the point? But I really felt like it tied this room together really well. And I liked also the idea of a vanity mirror, kind of easily accessible. And I tried to put something down other than a dining chair in front of the vanity, but nothing really like snaps to it other than a dining. I really liked that poof. I wanted it to be usable, but it just wouldn't. She wouldn't use the vanity without a dining chair there, so I had to change it out later. And then I was trying to figure out what else would she need in her bedroom. Okay, well, there's a couch, and I feel like that's appropriate for the breeziness of her abode. And then I really enjoyed putting together the items in this room. So here in a minute, you'll see me put down one of the vases, and I put that one on the bookshelf, but then I put this one down, and then I put a plant inside of it, and I just, I was kind of proud of myself for that. And I kind of just spent a little bit more time cluttering up the place and making it feel more lived in. And this was kind of a weird shape for the room as well, so the round end tables did not go very well next to the bed, and I knew it probably, the bed would not be usable if that was sitting right there, so I ended up doing these kind of narrower tables next to it, and I figured that would be more realistic anyway, especially if she was living alone. So I ended up doing that. And just a decorative fruit bowl. I really loved that. I think it's from the Spa Day pack, but I loved the way it looked there. It's very islandy and breezy, I guess. I don't know. But the decorations aren't perfect. You can kind of see that the blinds kind of clipping into stuff and whatever. I'm still getting practice in. I'm not great at decorating yet, but I'm getting better. And I figured putting that broom and dustpan there would be realistic, because she'd need something on this piece of dock to be able to sweep, all of the build-up off of her deck. So we put that there, and then what else do? We put some books around to make it feel like there's no computers, there's no televisions on this lot, so I felt like she would be kind of a reader. She would like to read more than anything else, even though I didn't make her a bookworm. So there's that. And then I was trying to put that lantern on like the second shelf of that bookshelf, and it just wasn't working out, so I didn't do it. And then I put all those around, but then I get rid of them later because they were kind of ugly with the rest of the build, but I wanted, I don't know, I wanted to use as much of the island adventure stuff as I could. So, if you think they're ugly and unrealistic to the build, because obviously those right there would catch the freaking curtains on fire, so if that was real. And plus those don't work if it's raining, and half the time in Sulani it's raining, especially in the winter. Oh, I loved, by the way, that those succulents went at the foot of her bed. I thought that was really cool. And then those as well, the hanging succulents, were a really nice touch for any island build, really. They're just really colorful, and kind of, it makes sense to put them on an island build, because if you think about it, if you're living on an island, it's going to be really humid. Succulents are probably going to do really well. So I'm just looking for cluttery type stuff, and I did originally put a towel down, but then I move it because there's kind of just a relaxation pad that I create where she can kind of hang out and sunbathe, and you know, there's a bar on it, and some lounge chairs and some towels and like a canvas easel. And then I do size down the cat there and put it on the sofa. I just thought that was a really cute touch. And I'm so disappointed with myself. I was going to put those swings there, and then I was like, no, I'll put them on the beach somewhere, and then I totally forgot. So if you download this lot from the gallery, those swing sets are actually not on the lot at all, which really I'm disappointed in myself because I had planned on putting them somewhere. And so now we're kind of building a walkway to the kitchen area, and all I did was copy the room and bring it over, and then I'm going to delete everything and all the items, and then put in a kitchen basically. And I even enjoyed cluttering this place up too, the kitchen, because there's so many, and I did this before the update when they added all the locked items. I unlocked everything and just added a bunch of stuff, and it was a lot of fun. I was really proud of myself. So this build is not perfect. There are some things I wish I had changed before I uploaded it to the gallery, but I'm not super disappointed in it either. So I just copied the roof over, and then we put a half, well, it's almost a full wall, but I figured she doesn't need a full wall there. It's supposed to be breezy, so it doesn't need to go all the way up to the roof anyway. Then, so we put a fridge and a stove there, and realistically she would need a solid wall to be able to plug stuff into, so there is that. And then I think I do change the curtains as well. They're beautiful for a bedroom, but I figured it's really unrealistic to have those for a kitchen. But we do that here in a minute, I believe. But I really liked these counters, especially the end counters. I thought those were so cool. And they fit really well on against those walls there. And they're just bright and happy colors as well. So here we are getting rid of the curtains, and then we settle for another island living curtain. I tried to size them up to make them kind of fit better in the larger windows, but then I just kind of put them side by side or overlapping, I guess. And they look fine to me, so whatever. And then I put kind of a vent window there, so you can still kind of look out, and the steam or smoke or whatever you're cooking can kind of still waft through that window, even though the whole place is open. I'm sure you'd have no issues with smoking up the room there. And then I just added that bright flower carpet because I thought it went super well with the build. And here we are cluttering up. So I love those cookbooks. I love those. Those are so neat. And then I came across something, the umbrellas that I wanted to put outside her bedroom, and then I was going to put the knives on top of the fridge, and then I was like, no, what if she drops them on our head? Like, that would be dumb. That's a really dumb place for knives if you don't have kids. So I just put them on the table, and here I am kind of just struggling to get them right on the, adjust them correctly. I'm still not great at that. I know there's a red shelf you can download to do that the right way. Eventually I'll download that, but we didn't do it this time. So then we do put a kava bowl over in the kitchen at some point. And here I am struggling with, I think my game started to lag at this point, and I ended up restarting my entire laptop, but oh yeah, there's a kava bowl over there. And then there is this one part coming up that I'm my proudest moment of this entire build. I'm not sure when it's coming up, but it's soon. I'll let you guys know when it pops up, but I did put the hanging herbs above the fridge because that's pretty realistic as well for this type of build. Even though there's no garden, but you could totally put one in if you downloaded. I really liked this table. Other than the fact that the only colors, like the swatch, there's different color swatches, but the only thing that changes is the wooden legs. You can't change the fact that it's black on top. And then I tried to change up the type of chairs that sat around it, but the only things I could, island living chairs that I could put around it were those dining chairs. It wouldn't let me put anything else. So then I tried to size down that plant and put it in the middle, and then I don't know, there were some issues with the gameplay with that she didn't like the fact that that was in there. And so we combined also that light and the fan, which I love doing. I love combining lights and fans. I think, I don't know why none of the fans come with lights. Like, I'm sitting in my bedroom right now looking up at my ceiling fan, and there is a light fixture on it. So we do get rid of that thing that I'm putting down right now. I don't know why I put that in there. I was like, it's an island decoration, like whatever. No, that's super ugly. Like, I do not like that in this build whatsoever, and so I eventually get rid of it and replace it with something super awesome. And here I am just kind of playing with the other light options, and none of them really looked very good. So, like, I guess that could have been okay, but it just, I don't know, it wasn't speaking to me very well, so I just kept the orange and blue one. And then for some reason, I put these bathroom lights because I was like, oh, if we illuminate that decoration, maybe it'll look more like a, I don't know, like they worship it or something, like she worships it. And no, that was a bad idea. I did not like that whatsoever. So what are we doing now? We're just kind of going through the junk here, trying to figure out what else I can put down. I did put down a bread box beside the fridge there on the table. I do put those decoration boxes down just to clutter up. It's not usable under that table, but you can pull it out if you want to use it. And put it somewhere that she can get to it, or that your sim can get to it. But I just thought it was a nice touch. Like, if you're living, it's kind of like a couple tiny houses, really. If you're living in a space like this, you're going to utilize every single space, so I thought it looked nice to put it under the table there. So there I am getting rid of those. And then, this is my favorite part. I love combining these juice racks, or nectar racks, I guess they are, to kind of just make like a wall of nectar. I really enjoyed this. It doesn't go up the entire window, that would be kind of ridiculous, but I made a few, like a three-tier nectar rack with these, and I thought it looked so cool. I do get rid of those right there on the end and replace it with some flowers, I think. And it looks really nice because it's like the citrus flowers from, is it Dine Out or ice cream stuff? I don't know. But they're full of like limes and lemon slices, and it just looks really nice with the build. So yeah, there I am getting rid of them. And so, yeah, I think it's 3 tiers for the nectar rack, and then I put the flowers down at some point. And I was kind of having trouble lining them up, but it's not too bad, honestly. I just figured she's a single gal living on her own. She's gonna have a wine collection just because she can, or excuse me, a nectar collection just because she can. And here I am I'm trying to figure out what would look good there, and then I settle on this citrus bouquet. And I think it looks really cute there. I love it. So now we're just kind of looking for more clutter. I try to put those flowers there, and they just don't really fit very well. I couldn't really get it to look good there, so I just didn't put it. Well, I guess I did put it, I just get rid of it later. Oh yeah, and then I sized down those pepper jars, so there was a different size, each color was a different size, and I thought that looked kind of cool. I do get rid of that jar of olives. Oh, I put it under the table, that's what I did. And then I sized down the black olives and put them in there. Then I sized down whatever that is, peppers, and put it in there. And then oh yeah, salt and pepper shakers I sized down, because those were huge. Like, who uses salt and pepper shakers that big? And then I thought that I don't know what they're, gathering baskets? What are they called? Whatever. Harvesting baskets looked really cool under that table. And then because she is a dog lover, I did dog treats, but then later on I realized I didn't give her a dog. Oops. So we end up putting... what else? I don't know. Oh, I think I put those... yeah, I couldn't fit the dog treats on the second shelf, and the pots and pans looked dumb on the second shelf, so I ended up putting getting rid of one of the harvest baskets from El Salvador, and just putting the pots and pans. And I really liked the way that barrel trash can looked. I thought that was really cool. And then, oh, I found that tea set. It's huge, so I size it down and I put it on that shelf under the table. And what else? So, oh yeah, the spice rack, which I thought was really cool in this build. And what else? Oh, I think I put a larger dining table out here facing the coral reef, kind of, just because I thought that was a nice spot to dine. And again, I did play test it. Your sim can walk past those chairs, no problem. But I thought it was a beautiful view, so why not put a dining set out there? And I'm just trying to fix the roof there. And it's beautiful. So now I put that towel away, and I think I ended up putting some like a yoga mat and meditation stool, maybe? Yeah, outside her bedroom, because I figure maybe the first thing she wants to do when she wakes up is meditate, or I don't know, or do some yoga. So now we're just going through all the deep bug stuff, and it's kind of just... oh, there's a bag of coffee there, that's kind of cool. I don't know, there was like some sunscreen and some like burn salve, and you know those different salves you can get from El Salvador that you can buy when you go exploring or whatever. I just put some of those in her bedroom. Oh, and I did add a fire extinguisher to the kitchen. Because that's important to have in any home. I keep reminding my boyfriend. I did also add some fishing spots. I wanted her to be able to fish off the pier, but I knew the fish would look weird jumping out of thin air. So I just put it on the edge of the beach there, and now we're playing with these salves here and just kind of adding some of those. Oh no, those are from Outdoor Retreat, I guess. Okay, so those are from Outdoor Retreat. And then I was just kind of looking at certain things like the baking stuff. And what else? Yeah, I should have cut all this out because it's really pointless. Like, we're just looking at pots and pans and food and trash bags and, like, oh, I put a nail file on her vanity, so that's pretty cool. Pretty exciting stuff here. Yeah. I thought that boat would look kind of cool, but at the same time, this is supposed to be like a retreat home. So I just didn't end up doing that. But if I was thinking, I would have put that bucket and shovel somewhere on the beach. Oh, and then I put the turtle thing, because I thought that was a cute idea. I didn't realize that there was a turtle hatchery thing, and I end up moving it and switching it around because it's backwards, but let's see, what else? What else do we have? Oh, we had a fishing trap, I guess is what you call it. And then we add that overhang thing there. We add some other stuff, just some random beach clutter. And then I did add those plants, but I think I get rid of them later, and I'm like, if they want to plant something, that's fine. I want to plant it later. And then I add that, what is that? Oh, the fire pit, that's right. We add that kind of modern mailbox and the weathered trash can, which I think looks pretty good. And now we're going to, I think, what are we going to do now? Oh, we're cordoning that off so we can copy it, and we're going to add the kind of relaxation spot. Oh, we do put down the pizza slice water thing. I don't know what you'd call it. I'm not good with words, guys, so bear with me. And then we get rid of the walls and, I mean, just about everything, so... because I wanted this to be much more open. So we get rid of everything, we re-floor, and I do put a walkway to it, I believe. Ooh, I don't know what that was, but... oh, and I love that. I don't want to call it a pergola, but it's whatever that is, I love it. And so I put that there for just a little bit of shade, and then I put down the lounge chairs to kind of just facing out toward the ocean. I put 2 of them just in case she has a friend over. And then I put like a drink stand in the middle, I guess. And those chairs are not exactly symmetrical, and that one is kind of just facing the post instead of the water. So if you download this and you want to fix that, you can. And then I had some trouble placing the spade thing, but whatever. It's kind of floating, I think. I couldn't really tell. And every time I lowered it, it would go into the poof, and I didn't like that, so. And then here we are just trying to add some decoration and some plants, and then we add a bar and I think an easel. And I wanted to make this a little more girly and a little bit more just like spoil me type area, you know. I should have, if I was thinking, I should have added a massage table. That would have been really cool. But you can do that if you download this lot off of the gallery. Oh, I was going to add a massage table. Why didn't I keep that? That's silly. That's really silly. I do add the towels though, because towels are cool too. And then we go for the floral designs. I was just looking at all the different designs there, so I think we settle on the 2 different floral types. And then what do we do? What do we do now? I don't even know. Oh, I found the wind chimes. I do add wind chimes, and I add bamboo to some parts and what is it, metal to other parts. And oh my gosh, I mean, I just could imagine in the sea breeze these wind chimes, you know, just swaying gently and making some pleasant noise in the breeze, and it just, if I lived here, that's what I would want, is some nice wind chimes, because, I don't know, it would just be nice to have that. So I added those, and in game, you guys, it actually sounds really nice. So, yeah, we get rid of all that fencing, because why even have that? It's kind of pointless, but, oh, here we are adding the easel. And then we add a bar, and I don't do the island living one because I thought it looked more commercial than like a private home bar, and so I added, I don't even know what pack that's from, it might be a base game one, I'm not sure, but I just added that one with the light wood and dark trim because it looked nice. And then we add a couple more wind chimes to the relaxation pad, so. And you can turn them off too, like if you're tired of listening to them, I mean you can either sell them or just turn them off completely, so all you have to do is click on them and it gives you that option. And then I wanted these to have rounded corners instead of just the blocky ones because I thought it looked nicer that way. So that's what we did there, and then I tried to round out other corners too, and it just was not working, so that one worked. It was the ones up on the pier that were not working as well as I had hoped. So we round those out, and then we add like a chest table under that canopy. We add a barbecue grill up there and some plants maybe. And it wouldn't let me make a small corner here. I had to, like, that was as small as I could make it. And so I just kept it square. And then I just got rid of that eventually anyway. So what else? I'm not sure what else to talk about. I told you it'd be hard for me to talk for 50 minutes straight. So if there's some silent pauses, just bear with me and enjoy the build video. If you guys have any questions about my builds, feel free to comment, leave a comment in the comment section. A lot of stuff that I learn, I've watched a lot of little Simsy builds, tutorials, and the Sim Supply tutorials as well, but they're very basic, like beginner tutorials. So some of the stuff I actually did learn from, oh my gosh, what's her name? I'm trying to think. She's, I mean, I wanted to say foreign, but foreign is relative depending on where in the world you are. So that sounds very American of me. Can't remember her name, and I can't find any of her videos. But maybe if I go to my subscriptions. So I'm trying, I could not for the life of me place that ladder there, and I was like, what? Let me place it on the other deck, but now it's not letting me place it here? What the heck? And I couldn't get it, so let's see. Where are my subscriptions? I'm gonna find her name, but anyway, so I finally got that ladder placed. I guess it wasn't in deep enough water or something, and oh, this building is going to be the bathroom, and I know it seems kind of inconvenient, but I wanted it to be completely separate, and I was going to make it just open and breezy like the rest of the place, because she's on basically a private island, like this is her home, she's the only one here. But then later on I was thinking, you know what, if she has guests over or someone unwanted comes over or something, she's gonna want some privacy. So I changed out those windows for some slatted windows, I think. So it gave her a little bit more privacy. Oh, okay. And the build videos that I learned a lot of the more advanced building techniques from is Kate Emerald. So that's Kate and then Emerald. And she has some really creative ways of doing things. Her picture is of like a green emerald heart on a blue background. So you should check her videos out. She has some really freaking awesome builds. Like, she has a waterfall tutorial. She has a speed build Disney castle. She has all kinds of stuff. Spiral mountain. She is so good at building. She has a Sims 4 tutorial on split level stairs, L-shaped stairs. Attic tutorial. Oh my gosh, there's just so many, it gets overwhelming. She has a tutorial on how to build an underwater pool in Sulani, or building underwater houses in Sulani. So if you want a challenge, check out her videos. It's amazing. And a lot of them are actually fairly simple. So here we are replacing the open Breezy windows for some slatted ones. So it's still Breezy, but it's a little more private. And then we do add that sliding door in there as well. And I'm actually really proud of this room too, because I clutter it up pretty good. I like it. So we get rid of the ceiling and we add a roof, and I make it just a little bit, I try to make it a little bit bigger so it overhangs a little bit, and we make it rounded, of course, and we add the thatched roofing, and we do put like a little deck. I think I get rid of those plants, and then we do just a little bit of land. I was really mad that there was no sand here to match the sand on the beach. It matches the color, but not the texture. Like, the terrain sand option that we have is not the same as the sand on the actual beach, which really made me mad. I did not like that it didn't match. So here we are, just adding a porch to this. Just a nice little, I don't know, decking that you can walk up and get into the bathroom here. We add the door back because for some reason it deleted everything, and then I couldn't fit the stairs because it was diagonal, and I was like, oh my god, what is happening? I could not get the stairs on there, so it just was not working. So I ended up adding another different deck that wasn't diagonal so we could get the stairs on there, because that was really bothering me. And we do make use all of those, I don't know what you call them, but for the foundation, the I don't know what you call them, but here we are adding a shower, and I do use the Spa Day stuffed sink and toilet because I thought it fit really well in this build as well. And we do add a towel rack, and we add some candles, and it just gets really beautiful in here. And I did add the wood with some water damage on it because I figured it's humid, and this is a bathroom where she's taking her showers and her baths, so there's gonna be some water damage on the wood. And there I am struggling with a candle, and this one I struggled with quite a bit as far as the like when I play tested it, there was a lot of stuff in this bathroom that was not accessible for some reason, and so I had to kind of mess with it a little bit. And so we're adding some toothbrushes and a towel, and what else? I did not do any laundry stuff. I thought that was just too much. I mean, if you want to add a laundry room somewhere, go for it, but I just wasn't interested in that in this build. And what else? I'm just going through. Oh, I had the the flip-flop hanging lights. I thought those were so cute, and it gave it such a nice warm glow. I thought that was really cute for this build. And then we're just going through the junk stuff, trying to figure out what else can we clutter this room with, what else can we add. So we do add a bathtub, and originally I was going to go for the really expensive bathtub, and then I was like, no, that looks like crap. We're going to go for the wooden island living one because that looks so nice. And I liked the white and black wood, so we switched the shower to that too, and the toilet and the sink were that way anyways. And then I just ended up laying down a bunch of carpet. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I just wanted to make sure each one was different. And that it was all at least looked a little bit islandy. I put the one under the toilet is not. It's from Laundry Days stuff, and it does not look islandy at all. But I thought it looked nice for the toilet area because it's not super fancy. Yeah, that hand towel ring does not look great there, but y'all can fix it if you download this. So, but I just wanted it to look like she had laid down a bunch of carpets just to kind of cover the floor, and to like save it from a little bit of water damage. And I loved that couch in this room. I don't know what about it made me like freak out so much, but I liked it a lot. And then I put a matching rug underneath it, and then just kind of mismatched everything and put things at weird angles. And then I put a matching coffee table to the, well, it's not exactly matching, I guess I could change that. And I figured there would be incense as well in this room because it's kind of just her, you know, being shut away from the world time. And then we put this mirror in here, which I thought looked really awesome. And we put a carpet in front of it. And what else? And then, oh, I guess I do put that robe up there. I should have hung it on the mirror though, if I'd been thinking. Not on the mirror, but like on one of the side panels. And then I just tried to put some sculptures and just some, I don't know, just some decorations. And I figured if she wanted to, she could be sitting in here like, I don't know. Oh, I did put those flowers in that vase. Oh, it looks so nice. I'm so proud of myself. Cool. And then what else? What was I looking for? Just some cluttery stuff. I figured she would have some tissues and some books if she, for some reason, wanted to sit and read. I put the Spa Day bar soap in there because that always looks nice. And I tried to put that basket of towels under the sink just to utilize the space, but then she couldn't use the sink at all with that under there, so I ended up getting rid of it, unfortunately. And then I thought the fan was a nice touch, but I had to get rid of that as well. I really liked that light fixture with it, too. But I had to get rid of both of them, unfortunately. I don't know. She couldn't use a lot of stuff with those in there, so. And if I had been thinking clearly, I would have put a rug in front of the door as well, but I was not thinking, apparently. So if you download this lot, you can totally put a rug in front of the door there. And then I put the same couch outside for some reason. I'm not sure why. That was kind of dumb. I should have at least put a different color swatch there, but... And then I realized she would be able to get in the shower with that poof sitting there, so I moved it to the other side, but then she couldn't use the mirror, and so I had to move it again, and I eventually got it to a space where she would be able to use everything. And then I wanted to put just some lighting along the walkway because that would make sense. And then I think we're about to put some stuff down here. So we put a chess table just for fun because we need some activities, you know. And then a barbecue grill, yes, like a pink rose pink barbecue grill there. And then we do put like a little table out here as well, just because why not? And then I kind of just mismatched the chairs there as well, because, oh, well, I did mismatch the chairs, and then I matched them all. I don't know why I did that. But all in all, I think this is a beautiful build. The landscaping, as you'll see here in a minute, could use some work. I put down, that's not a fire pit, but a roasting pit, I guess. And then I put chairs around it, even though they didn't snap. And then I ended up putting an actual bonfire pit somewhere else, and I move all the chairs. And I tried to use like all of the island living chairs as well, just to kind of mismatch everything, because I like doing that sometimes. I think it's fun. And I really like that green foliage. It fills in everything so easily, and for someone like me that's not good at landscaping yet, it helps so much. And it's like, I don't know, you can use it in any world too. It's not specific to Sulani, so I thought that was really cool. Love that tree. I really like all of the plants that came with this new pack, really. I thought those palm trees were really neat too. They're so big. And the bushes, and oh my gosh. I actually, for the first time ever, had fun landscaping, even though I'm not good at it yet. I was like, oh my gosh, I can use this stuff and it looks okay. But I decided to put that weird pink tree by the mailbox, and then we're just kind of looking around, and I like the roots on that tree as well that I just placed down over there. We end up moving everything, but I wanted to put like a flower by the trash can just to make it look a little bit nicer, because, you know, trash cans are gross, so. And then what do we do? Oh, do I start making, oh, okay, I put the dirt down to kind of help it look a little more landscaped here. And then I start making paths, so like places she's walked to or from, just between the building, or the water and the stairs and all that stuff, so that's fun. Oh, always save your games, children. Save is an important function. Oh, and I do put a guitar out here. Good. I thought that was a nice touch to the bonfire. And then I end up putting... Do I do it here? I wanted to put a fountain, but then I was like, no, you know what? There's enough with the water. But now we're going into the screenshots, so... as you can see from the screenshots, I did end up getting rid of a lot of the deck, but I hope you enjoyed this speed build. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you want to see different content, please leave a comment. And as you can see here, I just got rid of all of the railings because it looked terrible with all the railings. It just was not aesthetically pleasing. But I guess leave me a comment if you want to see something different or a different kind of build. And until next time, happy simming!